For some reason, I've been up here for so long online that it's timed out on me on the forums. I think that's what happened, so I had to relog in, and then I was able to go and spectate. Apologize for slight disruption. This map's pretty big, so hopefully we didn't miss too much of the movements. So Black Spikes, what, see, that's why I said I wasn't going to make predictions, and they're going to make predictions, and Black Spikes go 2 DDCs, 3 3Ds, Griffin 3M, and 2 lights. Check out what we're seeing on the 3Ds here. 2 large pulse AC5 once again from CAF. Gauss, an interesting option. I can't say I'm against that on this map by Proton. And let's check out what we're seeing on the other side here. Murky once again, SRM oxide. Pineapple once again, Daka Shadowhawk. These guys like their mechs. See, they did go with the Orions here on White Death side. What does that mean, right? You got Ryans and Cataphracts, which means White Death's got to get in close, and Black Spikes doesn't. So that does actually have a very significant impact on what this game can come to. At least to do their full damage, White Death is going to have to get in close. But now White Death right now is sitting here. You got a strike behind them. Could do very good damage. Some of these Orions, or could completely miss, depending on what type of strike, and it's pretty much misses. Two teams posted up, a defensible position from both sides, but there's a lot of open ground here that White Death is going to have to cross if they want to get in with those Orions, whereas with the AC5 and Gauss on the 3Ds, Black Spikes could be pretty content just sitting in their area and controlling this area, at least controlling these lanes to make sure that White Death, if they want to move, they're going to get punished. A strike that might have actually missed there on the right there, might have caught maybe a crystal. Probably wasn't meant to be placed there, but might have caught there. They might be there trying to go after Proton. Sitting up. Proton sitting up on the crystals, trying to shoot Gauss down. Another strike here that misses for White Death. Now that's 2 strikes at least down from them, probably more, but nothing able to get any hits from those. But again, I said that it's pretty interesting because the fracks are range from Lords. I'm doing this again, so I apologize here. Black Spikes, the Cataphracts are range for Black Spikes, whereas they have the DDC Brawl. However, on the other side, you see that White Death has Banshees, which is going to be more of a range focus, and then they have the Brawl Heavies. So you have Brawl Assaults and Range Heavies against, or Mixed Range Heavies against Range Assaults and Brawlish Heavies. Now, it looks like Black Spikes is going to move over towards, I'm not sure if they're going to move over to the F7 position that I was talking about before. That's a really well defensible position with great sight, but they're at least moving here for now. This spot is a little tough, but they're able to control the spacing. It's tough for both these teams though, because they're taking this mix of brawl and range on both sides. Neither team is really advantageous over the other team at the other in another position. So I'm not sure if what these two teams want to do. They could try to just both force a brawl, maybe and do some softening up, but the Cataphracts might feel like, they're not going to trade very well against the Banshees, so they're better off getting their DDCs in close. They want to focus on their assaults, get their assaults in position, or at least in a reasonable position, and then worry about the heavies later. Whereas White Death might be looking at using their Banshees fully effectively from the full range and just trying to worry about have their heavies just worry about what happens as the fight matures, and the Banshees can just sit back with their AC5s or AC2s, whatever they happen to have. Take a look.
Artillery strike online.
So they have this medium laser AC2, AC5 config. Now this is another config that I find it pretty interesting because this isn't something that you would expect to see, at least this config, as much on the NA side, but it is something that we've seen, at least a variant. Good booty, similar mech, same setup.
Airstrike online.
So the Orion, at least this one Orion, did go with the 3 SRM6 AC-20. Very high damage in any type of a brawl setup.
Artillery strike online.
Red Diablo is over there poking on the left side, probably just looking scout, trying to read the positions, trying to read the mechs exactly. Perhaps get some target IDs on these mechs so they can figure out what exactly White Death is doing. But in the meantime, Black Spikes has moved up a bit closer. That already could do a little damage, but no, it mostly seems to miss those cataphracts. The DDCs are trailing behind for Black Spikes, but they're starting to get a fairly close here, so we should see an engagement as Skate Knock is way ahead here. Oh, if they come over, if those Ryans come over right now, you can see a big advantage, I think, for White Death. But Skate Knock does manage to slip up here on the right, and he is undercover now. These cataphracts are taking some fire from the Banshees and RD strikes. This could be a good fight here, as these two teams are very good position once again, both in the type position that they really kind of want to be in. DDC is marching through middle, but the Orions are there to meet them if they come through, as well as those lights. Banshee down to 74% for Sakara. He's going to want to rotate a little bit to the back here, so he's not in the front anymore, and he'll be able to continue to put down fire and not necessarily be the main target. Cataphracts moving up, trying to get again in range. They're just kind of moving their chess pieces around, setting up these attacks. This is really well played by both teams once again. Slim Shady with it, 2 PPC, 2 AC5. You have to give the advantage to Lords tonight so far in PPCs. I think they've had at least 3 or 4 mechs with them. Now there comes the push. Quickly they get on Sakara in that Banshee. Lights dealing with the Daka Shadowhawk saying, Pineapple, you are not going to control us this time. And they quickly get it. The Cataphracts going full push up, but Calf shuts down with the 2 large pulse AC5, and those Banshees are shooting their medium lasers. They might have mostly lost their AC5s, not clear right now. Ryans are getting on the Cataphracts, and Cataphracts, you know, they seem to be pushing on those, and Abby is completely just devastated in that DDC. But so far now, White Death is up 3-1. With Cataphract 3D, a DDC down, DDC stripped, and White Spikes, jeez. White Death is now up significantly, 5-3, taking down his legs here. It looks like they're going to take this match as that DDC is completely stripped there. Cataphract down. 1 mech left to go, and it looks like, yeah, this is going to go in White Spikes, White Death, whatever their name is, favor. I need to get like some big posters here with the names of the teams, so I stopped screwing that up. But well done, man. White Death takes out Black Spikes in the playoffs. And they are going to move on to the finals for Run Hard or Die Season 4 EU. So what I